used heavy machinery is built to last, has a better value, and gets the job done. Remember, dirt don't care. Rhino Machinery, where heavy equipment is bought and sold.
Hey there, Mike Verno here with Rhino Machinery. Today we're going to take a look at a ZX160LC-6N. The cool thing about the N series is it's a little narrower, and therefore you can haul this machine without permits. It's not too wide. One of the things you'll notice right off the bat is this machine is only 8 foot 6 inch wide. And the tracks are just under 24 inches. So that'll fit on a trailer without it overstepping the platform, and therefore you can run legally. Okay, this machine weighs about 37,500 pounds. The standard machine weighs right at 39. So a little bit lighter, legal to haul, just a really cool setup. So this machine is a 2016 ZX160LC-6N. Auxiliary hydraulics, we have a thumb, hydraulic thumb. The bucket on this particular machine is right at 48 inches. So a good size bucket. We have multiple size buckets. As you can see, we have multiple options over here. We have 4 more machines like this, identical to this on the yard. I think we got 1 more at the shop and 2 sitting currently in North Carolina. So the machine we're looking at here is a ZX160LC-6N. When we get up into the cab, seat's got a little wear. We do have an option to recover these seats. Costs about $700–800. It's a cabin air machine. This particular machine has 3,294 hours. All right, so as we walk around this machine, the first thing that I make note of is that we've got a pretty decent undercarriage. I want to look at it a little bit closer. When you're looking at the sprockets on the undercarriage, you're looking for a pure cut. You can see that this is starting to move, starting to sharpen. We're calling this about 50%. You got a little bit of way to go, but sprockets are starting to sharpen. If you look at the pins themselves, can you get inside? You can see a little bit of wear, but it's not very much. You can also see that the rails themselves have good thickness, and a real telltale sign as to whether your rollers and your rails are getting thin is when the bottom rollers start hitting these pin bosses. As you can see, we have good clearance there. So we're calling this machine about a 60% undercarriage. Looking inside the compartments, it's clean, it's not rusty, good batteries. You can see that the cylinders are dry, everything looks good there, good hoses, no leaks. A little bit of sheet metal damage on this panel. The hydraulics pump is a Hitachi pump and it's very dry, no leaks. First thing I look for is any leaks at the top of the Rotec. We don't see any there. The hoses and the piping all look good and clean. Engine compartment is clean. It's an Isuzu engine. So another thing I always look at is the top of the cab. No rust, no damage there. Good glass everywhere. Minimal sheet metal damage, a little bit on the panel. Very dry. Hydraulic, auxiliary hydraulics with a thumb. Good undercarriage, lots of life left there. The Rotec swing is smooth. The brake is good. It does have a quick coupler. You see a little bit of movement in the bucket, but it's definitely not sloppy. So a good test for looking at the Rotec and seeing if there's any play is we watch for movement in the swing here. So look at this swing and see if you see any movement. Looks like a good tight Rotec. It's really hot and dusty here in Texas right now. Smooth hydraulic functions, has no problem. Bushings have very little, if any, play in them, in the bucket or the coupler. A good thing to always look for is boom base pins. There's no movement there at all. Another area to look is in the boom pins at the top. Again, no movement. Here we're really just checking the travel, make sure there's no problems there. Again,